from Los Angeles, California, we're the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Oh, hello there, friends. Welcome to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name's Kevin Kraft. Once again, joined by a man who is nude from the waist down and is currently getting his boner stroked by a mute furry. That's Geoff Clark.
Hey, what's up?
And beaming to us from the Kanto region, the bearded booger-eating Snorlax known as Shuddy Boy.
Yo, brat, brat.
Man, we just came off of a completely spaced out, riffed the fuck up Easter egg. We're just sitting there bullshitting like we're doing the show. And then Shuddy's like, should we actually just start doing the show? I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, we were just, we were conversing like friends do, just having a conversation that very easily should have been part of the main show. Because Geoff mentioned that you'll hear most of it, but a quick synopsis. Geoff's back at the gym. I am being healthier.
Yep.
Kevin doesn't like exercise.
Shuddy's in Soda Anonymous. He's going to have to get his ass fingered soon. Geoff did his first day at LA Fitness. Did you go in the steam room, Geoff?
Yeah, the sauna is back up and running. There's a 4-person max. So whatever, it doesn't matter to me. But yeah, it's mostly the gym experience. I don't think you can play basketball yet, but otherwise it's good to go. And there's every other cardio machine is like blocked off. So you can't be like right next to someone. But otherwise it's pretty chill. Oh,
were the other three gentlemen in the sauna with you, were they nude?
No, there was only 2. And we all took our masks off. Like I came in and there was an old guy without his mask on, and I was like, "Oh man, can we get fucked for this?" But I just did it too. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to let him go down alone. I'll join him. Let's do this. And then another guy came in and he's like, "Yeah, fuck this mask shit."
And then the old guy took his pants off, and I was like, "All right, if we're taking our pants off, let's fucking do this."
Oh, we're playing chicken. All right, we'll see.
Do they have a cold plunge at LA Fitness?
No, that's what I was saying. You have to do, if you wanted to do something like that, I was talking about that last week, you'd have to just pretty much run into the shower, an ice cold shower, or the coldest temperature setting on the shower. But no cold plunge. But full gym experience. I was stoked. We all had to wear masks. That's lame, but super hot chicks. Just, I don't know. I like it. I didn't.
Is that why you got all cleaned up so you looked presentable when you went back to the gym?
No.
Did that factor in at all?
It did not. No. My beard game is just whack. We were talking about that before we even started recording the Easter egg. It gets too patchy. It was getting better. Like it was like the best version of my beard that I've ever had last time, but now it was ugly. It was puby, and I had to get rid of it.
I mean, I'm about to be 39 in a little bit, and my facial hair still doesn't connect to my sideburns. There's just like this salted earth on both sides where it doesn't connect. That's why I had that half-ass goatee, because that was from here out, if you drew a line from my nose, my nostrils out to the side of my chin, that's about the only good bit I have. Everything past that is super patchy and I don't know, mangy, I guess.
My barber,
good adjective.
The last time I was there, when we were talking about my next appointment, he subtly mentioned or pointed out that he did not like how I have been taking care of my beard in his absence.
Did you drop some knowledge on him and be like, "Hey, listen, motherfucker, this is my beard"?
No. He goes, "You're gonna get he goes, since we can do beards next time, because Pennsylvania restricted beard service. So that just
some of the
2
restrictions
weekends
are so
ago,
fucking ridiculous.
that was lifted. And he goes, just don't touch it until you come back. Just let this all grow in. I'll fix it. He didn't say fix it. He's like, I'll take care of it. So he was pointing out that I was coming down too low with it.
He's going to Edward Scissorhands you.
Yes, he is.
When I was at the gym, one of the restrictions or like one of the rules that they have for reopening is that there was like no running water. So the water fountains were turned off, the sinks were turned off. And I do not understand
no sinks.
Like the scientific basis of this.
Okay.
Yeah, it was weird.
The sinks is weird. I don't understand the sinks because you would think that they would want the sinks so people could fucking wash their hands.
You know what? I'm talking shit. I didn't even check if the sink was.
That's because you don't wash your hands, so you would not know if the sinks.
Yeah.
The water fountains, though, is so that people are putting their face in there, possibly spreading coronavirus to the next person who fucking pushes their face down in there.
In all fairness, I'm not sure the sinks at LA Fitness have ever worked.
Have you guys ever? Was there ever a kid in your guys' school that like put their mouth on the water?
Of course.
The water floss or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit is a trip.
But
I don't know.
That's why they don't. But
piss me
are
off.
restrictions being lifted out by you guys? Obviously they are. That's a stupid question. But what? Because Pennsylvania, as of right now, every coronavirus restriction other than masks is being lifted on Memorial Day.
I don't know what the timeline is here, but I know the comedy stores are open, like comedy clubs are open out here. And I think just about all of them, you have to show your vaccine card. Like they're only letting vaccinated people in, and I think it's maskless, at least from like the pictures I've seen that places are posting.
So, yeah, everything. So all occupancy restrictions and everything will be lifted on Memorial Day. And then if 70% of adult Pennsylvanians over the age of 18 have the vaccine by July, the mask mandate will be lifted.
I mean, I'm going to Florida on Thursday, where it's just fucking no man's land. Like, I think in order to leave the airport, you have to lick a handrail. You have to either find like elevator buttons, a doorknob, or a handrail to lick, and then they will let you out.
At least one of the 50 states is being American. Fuck.
Yeah.
I hope one of the anti-vaxxers is doing a comedy show at the Comedy Store. We get like I don't know if Joe Rogan didn't get his vaccine, but didn't Tim Dillon not get his vaccine? I don't know.
I'm not keeping tabs on anybody.
Yeah, I should. I have an Excel spreadsheet I don't feel like breaking into.
Geoff, don't you have something you want to do on today's episode?
Yeah, what were you just waving around at us?
Yeah, I have a gift. Someone sent me a gift. Well, a few people from the Puminati, and they worked in concert with my brother. Maybe you guys as well. I'm assuming maybe you guys did because Shuddy just fucking pepped up as the camera could see. Do you know what this is, Shuddy?
I am not. Just fucking open your present. Shut up.
I really hope this thing like explodes. Like we just see a big like poof, and then Geoff is all like charred up like Daffy Duck.
A glitter bomb would be fantastic. I mean, we don't need to go that, but a fucking glitter bomb. How pissed would you be if it's a glitter bomb, Geoff?
Oh, fucking I hate glitter.
I would be very disappointed. It's like that. What's that fucking movie from the A24 production studio with Robert Pattinson? Those kids from Queens, they rob a bank and he fucking opens the bag and it just shoots blue ink in his face. What is that?
Is that Good Time?
Good Time. Yeah. That's like what I'm going to get here. I'm hoping this is a mashup of Mobb Deep's The Infamous cover album or cover art for their album and Me and Little Mama.
That is a very specific request.
Yeah, that is.
It's a portrait of Little Mama.
Little Mama.
And it's Sign JKC 2021. That's the artist. I wonder what those initials stand for. Hold on.
That's
You guys know?
yeah, it's Spy Archive.
Yeah, that's Spy
It is.
Archive.
Okay. That's what I thought. All right. Man, this is sick.
Yeah, her stuff is incredible. Like the stuff she posts on her Instagram is gnarly. I don't know how the hell she does that stuff. She does like photorealistic animal portraits. Seen a lot of horses and a couple of dogs, and now there's Lil Mama.
I'm pretty sure her job is completely unrelated, so this is just like another talent she has.
Yeah.
This is very impressive.
Yeah, she is in the judicial system.
I wonder if she does
right.
humans.
I
Because,
mean, I hope she does instead of animals.
well, art-wise. Like, do you think she would do Geoff in the
Nice.
nude?
Yeah, me with all my taco meat.
Yeah, Geoff just sprawled out like Rose in Titanic.
I'm wearing the fucking
Draw me
blue
like-
diamond in my cleavage.
Draw me like one of your French girls, Spy Archive.
So the real question here is, it is May 10th, 2021. By May 10th, 2022, is that framed and on the wall behind Geoff?
No, because that means Geoff would have to go take the time to go to a framer. And then go back a second time to pick it up.
You know what? I'm not going to guarantee this.
I hate chores.
I feel strongly that this will be on my wall behind me by the next podcast.
I'm just going to hang it up with thumbtacks like in college.
Yeah.
Scotch tape.
Yeah. Oh, man, this is sick. Little Mama. Man, thank you so much, Spy Archive and whoever else pitched in on this or came up with this idea. I know a few people working together. Obviously, the art is just all her, so most of the credit needs to be given to her. But fuck, this is sweet.
My request in all this was to have a portrait of Lil Mama just like that, but then you nude behind her, railing her.
That's not cool. You know, I have pretty thick skin, Kevin, and that's fine for me. But Little Mama, she doesn't deserve that. Piece of shit. They got her gender neutral. Well, you heard. They got Spy Archive drew her gender neutral collar in here. I had like a little rant to go on about that, about genders. I know you've been touching on genders with your other fucking podcast, so I'm not going to get as controversial as maybe you guys did, but every time I take her out, these motherfuckers confuse my dog's gender, and it pisses me off and it's insulting. And I guess it might be the gender neutral collar that I use. I feel like I have to go get her a pink one, but
probably
they come up to her and they ask her what's his name, like, oh, how old is he? And
motherfucker, do you see a dick?
Yeah, like her pussy's in broad daylight. What?
I mean,
what do you want? What do you want her to do?
I do get that. In my personal experience, any Boston Terrier I've ever crossed paths with has been male.
Man, Shuddy's toasted today.
Well, you know they had a mom.
Well, obviously.
Well,
I anytime I see a dog, for some reason, I just automatically my brain
assume
thinks
that it's a boy.
My brain thinks all dogs are boys.
Yep. It's
it's
like automatic.
but I'll see people with other dogs, and like I try to like sprinkle it in, like, oh yeah, you know, she's really excited around people. Oh, it's a girl. Okay, well, what's her name? That's another thing that fucking pisses me off. I'll have whole conversations with people, and they could give a fuck less about me, what my name is. Like, I don't care about me. It's, oh, what's her name? Oh, she's so cute. Then I'll like.
Now, Geoff, here's another question: are these people coming? Are you guys crossing paths, or are they coming up behind you when the conversation starts about Lil Mama?
Crossing paths.
Okay,
Usually.
So what would your feeling be if they stopped you, they went behind her and did a gender check before they started to discuss the dog with you?
Yeah, like pick up her leg, like and look under the hood like Dwight Schrute.
Yeah, that would make me uncomfortable. That's a fair point. I think just the whole, it all pisses me off. The gender assumption, the not talking to me and not even really showing any interest in who I am as a human, but just loving up on my dog. It's weird.
Feel like this is some very allegorical lessons for you, Geoff.
How so?
You don't think anybody should assume the gender of your dog?
Yeah.
So that can directly reflect on people's feelings towards people.
Of course. I don't assume anyone's gender. It's 2021, Shuddy. Jesus Christ.
No, and
yeah, you hate
I'm
monger?
just saying, stop it. And what was the other one? Oh, objectifying your dog and not talking to you for the person you are.
Hey, ask for consent if you want to see her pussy.
Listen,
Yeah,
these
much.
dots sounded much more logical and put together.
In your high
behind the
mind.
hood. Yeah,
Hey, we're just happy you're here, Shuddy.
I'm trying, guys.
I'm happy that you're putting dots in the paper and trying to connect them. So
Yeah, I
good
mean,
stuff.
after that gigantic volcano bag you did in the Easter egg, I'd have a hard time putting sentences together as well. So,
There may have been half of one of these involved also.
ooh, are those it's like airhead belts, right?
Yep,
And they're medicated. Ooh, those sound delicious.
from Canada.
Interesting. Look at Canada stepping up their fucking edible game.
This little pack, 600 milligrams.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh,
Each one of these little guys is 75.
Whoa. Wow. That is a tiny
There's-
little piece.
There is only 8 of these in this pack.
do you eat a whole one when you have one, or do you eat them by the half?
I ate a half of one earlier, and I'm still feeling effects of that mixed with the volcano bag.
See, that stuff is tricky because those look like very, very delicious candies. They're like the little rainbow
They were
sections of
actually
a sour
quite
belt.
delicious.
And it's like it's dangerous for a stoner because stoners love sweets. And if you just gobble those things up like snacks, you're just going to be roasted. It's almost kind of cruel that they make them that potent. Like, give me an entire belt that's like 20 milligrams, and I'll eat a couple belts.
Yeah,
Like, who gets a pack of gushers and eats one gusher? Come on. You want to eat the whole thing. But I don't want to go into a fucking coma because I ate a pack of gushers. Nah, whatever. I'm a bitch.
Are we talking about medicated gushers or regular gushers?
I'm just drawing the distinction between the two because, like, you wouldn't eat just one gusher, but if they were medicated, you have to, like, I don't know, if they're 75 milligrams, 100 milligrams each, you're going to just eat one. Most people. That's a pretty powerful edible.
I wonder how many people have
and then I have these.
misused that edible.
Oh, gummy worms. Damn.
I love gummy worms. I feel like they're an underrated candy.
Are those medicated nerds?
Medicated Nerds gummy clusters.
How did they get away with just straight up ripping off the name
I don't know.
nerds?
Medicated Jolly Rancher gummies.
Holy shit.
These are the Airhead sour straws.
Oh, man, I love sour straws.
And then apple rings.
Jesus Christ, Shuddy boy. You're like the Chiba Willy Wonka.
Yeah. I fucking decided to be healthy and then bought 10 pounds of pot candy.
Hey,
I,
the universe
Luckily,
always
it's only
balances
small
out.
doses. And it's not like I'm going to be eating these whole packs in one sitting.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, man. I don't know what just happened to me there. Wrong pipe. Woo! Man, so I actually am curious if Sky Archive does draw humans or if she's only an animal artist. Because I feel like we might have a couple new Patreon shows launching at some point, and we're going to need some cover art for them.
we are gonna need some cover design work.
Like,
I mean, my
Crafter
my
Geoff
Photoshops-
Shuddy edition is right around the corner.
You mean the biggest moment in MSPH history?
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. I mean, That Photoshop you did of that of us that one time, Jeff, where you put us on the Ninja Warrior thing, that was solid. If you could like work up a Photoshop like that of the three of us on some sort of Master Chef thing.
How many different chef judges are there? Isn't there 3 or is there 4?
There's usually 3.
Yeah, it's Gordon, that bald guy, and then the bearded Mexican who Shuddy clearly is going to be.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, since I'm the most volatile, I would be Gordon Ramsay.
Although,
unfortunately, Kevin, because he's the most pasty.
There were a couple seasons where they had this chick, I think her name is like Christina Tosi, and she's like a pastry baking chef. And I hate to, I got to be real. Out of every judge that's ever been associated with MasterChef, I look most like her.
Well, hopefully it doesn't. We don't have to even figure that out, and we just get the 3 guys. But yeah, you're right. If she's there, you're definitely going to be the chick. You're on to something there.
But that's coming, and I do want to start that anime show with you, Jeff. It doesn't have to be like on a regular schedule. Like we'll just do one when we can. What
was the idea behind that again? Is it
that you guys
is a whole series, or is it just like one movie that we watch?
No, we would watch the first episode of an anime series. So it would be kind of like how Shuddy and Dom do What the Fuck Did I Just Watch, where we'll start recording, I'll show you what we're going to watch, then we'll go watch it, and then we'll go right back to the desk and record 20-minute podcast or so about it.
Yeah, I'm down.
Because I've made a list. I'm like, there's an ocean of anime, but there's a few that are just so fucking weird and oddly specific that I feel like it would be good to get your thoughts on them.
Absolutely. And we've built up such a track record, and we've done so well with Supermarket Queeps that I feel like we could have a couple MSPH Patreon duds. Not to say that this anime thing would be a dud, but we got to try new things. I like it.
A more laser focused market. That's what you're going for. Not duds. It's a laser focused audience.
No, yeah. All I'm saying is that we kill it with all the other productions that we should probably be trying to stretch out our comfort zone, if that makes any sense.
Well, here's the why Patreon is so dope. Like, the 3 of us were a little uncomfortable even starting the Patreon, 3+ years ago, and people were so insistent on it. We're like, all right, we'll give it a shot, and people really liked, when we had the 1 tier, we just did the bonus episode every week, and enough people signed up and stayed signed up where it was like, all right, well, we just got to keep doing this. And then when enough people asked us for an extra tier, it's cool having that. That's just our dumping grounds for weird ideas. Like, anytime we have an idea for a show, we can just try it out, put it up there, see the reaction it gets, and if people are into it, we'll do more. If people are like, no sense in putting effort into something that people aren't into, but it's cool to just have that area to just try weird. Like, who the fuck thought Supermarket Queefs would take off?
Or that people would actually want to listen to me and Dom watch Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
Or Geoff sitting on a toilet with his random thoughts while he's pooping.
It's just all commentary and comedy gold.
Yeah.
Coming out of.
If it were a streaming service, we could call it Disney minus.
I mean, there were some things that we tried that didn't really stick or were a little too uncomfortable to reproduce, like my brapping in inappropriate places when I almost got thrown out of the Philadelphia Art Museum for it.
Oh yeah. They thought Shuddy Boy was making a terrorist call. Brap, brap. Oh, Alpha Team, move in. We have a terrorist.
Imagine if a museum has an Alpha Team. Oh no.
This guy looks like he's Al Qaeda. Big beard. Get him.
Shoot to kill. Shoot to kill.
Why am I wearing this stupid hat today?
I don't even know what that hat is.
It's a ski company. It's the hat I wear when I run in the morning. I don't know why it's the one I'm wearing.
It's your smelly
Man,
run hat.
I can't wear a hat while working out. I sweat too much and my hat will be ruined.
I don't like my hair and my face is the thing. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you've got like a little bit of a John Connor thing going now. See, I kick it 80s style. I put headbands on when I work out because I sweat like a motherfucker too, and I don't want sweat dripping in my eyes.
I actually don't sweat too terribly bad. Thankfully.
I don't believe you.
I really don't. None of my shirts have pit stains or anything like that.
Damn.
I'm a sweaty gross
I have
fuck.
never
It's
I have
disgusting.
never had a shirt that's had yellow armpits.
All of my shirt, every one of these white V-necks will die with yellow armpits.
My underpants have yellow asses.
You son of a bitch. No, I'm sweaty. It sucks. I don't stink, according to my ex. She would acknowledge my sweat issue, and whenever I said it, she wouldn't tell me I was wrong. But she always made a point of yeah, but you don't stink. And
Now,
it's weird.
Now, would she still give that answer today?
Absolutely. No, she was very, very honest. Right?
I'm with Jeff on that one. If Jeff smelled, she would for sure tell him.
Oh yeah. You've seen us enough, or you saw us interact enough where she'd call me out quick if I stunk. So no, I never did. And that makes me feel good because the sweating doesn't make me feel good. And it's really been a problem since I was 14. It's fucking gross. I hate having drenched armpits. It's embarrassing.
Now, is it only like that when you work out, or is that day to day you get sweaty pits?
No, I'm going to start sweating during this podcast.
So I get sweaty. I'm seasonal sweaty pits. If I wear a shirt that's too tight and it hugs my pits, I'm going to sweat. My body doesn't like that. But for some reason in the winter, cold weather, sweaty pits. And I think it's because I keep my my elbows close to my ribs to try and warm myself up a little bit more. I do that without even thinking about it. And that makes my pits sweat. And it happened to me so much when I worked at SiriusXM in New York. I used to go to the break room and take the towels, and I would make maxi pads for my armpits.
You admitted to doing that. Wow. Okay, cool. Then I can come out of the closet. I've done that as well, and I hate it.
Oh,
dude. I hated myself for it.
Have you ever been walking around the office and one of them falls on the floor and someone says, "Oh, you dropped something"?
I did it in... I never did it in an office setting, I don't think. I did it in high school.
Oh, you started early. I wasn't doing it that early.
That's what I'm saying. I've had sweaty pit syndrome since I was 14. Since literally my freshman year of high school. It was a thing. 8th grade, I was fine. And then I came back then high school started 9th grade, and all of a sudden I have sweaty pits, and I don't know, I couldn't figure it out. But that was really just going to be my future.
I got called out on my sweatiness yesterday, and it was embarrassing.
But do you have a truthful current, or was it the lady that you're seeing? Did she call you out, or was it someone else?
No, she called me out.
Yeah, I was going to say, how many other people are you hanging out with? It had to be her.
So I don't know if you can see behind me that new coffee table in front of my couch. It's not even new at this point.
Okay, then.
So
I can kind of see it.
I got that thing because, when I was working from home so much, it was it's nice to just sit in front of the TV on the couch, and that thing has one of those lifting desktops, so you can lift it up and it comes right to you, and it kicks ass for meals too, and it's got some storage. So the other coffee table was just a glass top. And it was nice looking, but it wasn't very practical. So I bought that thing, and I put flyers up to get rid of my glass one. And nobody wanted it. I put up things it's free all around my apartment complex, no takers. So then I went on this website, I think it's called like Nextdoor or something like that, and I listed it for $20. And every couple weeks, somebody would hit me up saying they want it, and within like 5 interchanges, they would ghost me. So my girlfriend came and took it. She was like, a friend of mine's having a yard sale. I'll just take it there next weekend. So I loaded it up in her car because she's got like an SUV. So we put the seats down. Like I can't fit that fucking thing in my car. So we loaded it up in there, and then we got back in here and we were watching TV, and she put her hand on my back. She's like, "Ooh, you're all sweaty. Is that from moving the table?" And it was like a half hour or 45 minutes after I had moved the table, and I was like, "No, I'm just a fucking sweaty guy. Like I sweat like a fat guy, and I'm not all that fat."
I'm a fat guy, and I sweat like a fat guy. I know what you mean.
It's the goddamn leather couch. When I sit on a leather couch, like just my lower back pressing up against the leather, I sweat through my fucking shirts. And I do it when I'm driving, too. I sweat through my clothes when I drive.
Oof.
That's why I don't really like to wear... I'll wear jeans or, like, black or gray jeans, but I stay away from, like, khaki-colored stuff because I don't want to have a sweat line bleeding through my ass crack.
I'm with... Dude, I've driven to work in a fucking wife beater because I was like, you know what? It was almost like the This is actually one of the things that I've stolen from the Jersey Shore and makes sense to me. Have you ever heard? I don't think you've ever watched. You don't watch much of the Jersey Shore.
I've never
but
seen.
They had
episode, no.
this concept, this idea, the shirt before the shirt. And this is like when they're pre-gaming and drinking before going out to the bars. They had a shirt that they had that they would, they would change right before like getting in the cab, right? And it's because they're all fucking sweaty Italian Goombas, just kind of like me. And I right when they said shirt before the shirt, I was like, oh, I do that too. Beautiful, brilliant, whatever it's called, slogan.
Nice.
Like, so I get it, and I pretty much had that similar concept driving, like, because I sweat while I'm driving too. And I was like, I don't want to sweat through my work shirt as I'm driving. So
yeah,
like I'll just pretty much like dress for work in the parking garage.
And I hate driving somewhere like for long periods of time, and then I show up with swamp ass. And like when we went and saw Scott Pilgrim, for some reason it was really fucking hot in the theater, and I was sweating through my jeans and sweating through the back of my shirt because they got those like leather recliners.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's embarrassing being sweaty guy. I don't like it.
I know, that's why I'm like surprised. Honestly, your last coffee table fucking sucked. I hated it. Your new coffee table, I haven't seen it yet, but it has to be better than the last one. Your couch situation, they're not terrible, and it's a pull out, right? You can pull it out.
It's got
it's like
the
good for guests.
Both ends have recliners. If you're sitting in the middle, you're
okay.
fucked. But on each arm, there is a recliner. And it's fucking awesome. I think when this couch, I had my last couch for, 8 years or something like that. When this one bites the dust, I think I'm getting like a cloth couch. Because leather is just too sweaty.
Right. And with my sweaty issues, I've completely ruled out ever having a leather couch. It'll never happen. And I'm surprised that you're not there at that point. I mean, I guess you are there, but now you're
one of the
you're
big
not
things
in the market first.
Was Razor and Gizmo. Because taking them out of the cage, like, and I would keep them bundled up in like a shirt or a blanket, sometimes they would wake up and like walk out without me seeing them. And the first thing they do is piss and shit. So like, they don't want to piss and shit where they're sleeping. So they'll walk out of their shirt, piss and shit on my couch, and then walk back into the shirt. So I didn't want to have, a couch that smelled like sugar glider piss. So I had leather couches that I could just wipe it up real quick. But now that
Gotcha.
I'm animalless, yeah, my next couch is for sure going to be a cloth one. But I plan on holding on to that motherfucker for a long time.
Not for long, though, right? Are you possibly going to get a dog ever? Or a cat? I mean, if you get a cat, you'll never fucking see me again.
You can rest assured I am not getting a cat.
Okay.
This place doesn't allow dogs. I think if I ever am at a point in my life where I can afford a house, so maybe in my 60s, I could get a dog.
dude, there's enough apartments where you can have dogs. You put down a pet deposit.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I feel like I'd rather just wait until I have a house.
I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just kind of, hinting on that you'll never be able to afford real estate in Southern California.
No, not unless Crafter Geoff Shuddy Edition is a giant hit.
Oh yeah,
and our Patreon numbers
anime
go through the
recap show.
Oh man! Speaking of, did you guys watch anything this past week?
I feel like I should have a couple of things to review. I'm a huge fan. We talked about it. I don't know when. I don't even know if it was on a podcast. It might have been the last podcast. That Kate Winslet HBO show, Mayor of Easttown.
Oh, yeah.
Episode 4 just came out. I'm fucking into it. It's sick. She kills it. The whole little like shitty middle of Pennsylvania world that they, I don't know, shed a light on or create, whatever, is fucking awesome. One of the
they go to Wawa.
They mentioned Wawa, actually. They mentioned Kutztown last night. One of the
no way.
One of the girls who turned into a drug addict and whore went to Kutztown before dropping out.
Shuddy and I might have known her.
Yeah. we might have rolled in the same circles.
Yeah.
And it does give off like Shuddy and Kevin early 2000 vibes. I was like, oh wow, you guys should try to check it out. I mean, it's good enough where you don't need that much, like, that doesn't need to be the reason that you watch it. But I
mean, in the early 2000s, Shuddy Boy and I were drug-addled whores.
That's
in Kutztown.
Yeah,
I was actually alcohol-addled, not drug-addled at that point.
You pussy. Yeah. But I watched episode 4 of that. I think it's an 8-episode season or series, season. But it's fucking sick. I highly recommend it. It's about essentially sorry.
Go ahead. What's up?
I was just saying it's essentially about a murder or multiple murder investigations, and now that we're through episode 4, it seems like a serial killer is on the loose. Siri thought I was talking about her. You motherfucker. All right, say something. I don't know if I...
Check.
All right, cool. All right, I'm back. So, yeah, we have a multiple killer spree issue. Can't get near that word because we'll think I'm talking about her. But it's cool. And it's also somewhat connected to the other thing that I can review. Another famous multiple killer story in America.
You've
Netflix
been watching
documentary.
Son of Sam's?
Yeah, fucking sick. I'm like halfway through the final episode. It's a 4-part Netflix documentary, like true crime series, and they're just like detailing the Son of Sam investigation, the aftermath, and like the conspiracy or theories behind the murders. And it's fucking interesting. I love like that era of New York is very interesting, and just that crime in and of itself is interesting. I didn't know as much about it, and like, how long it carried out over, and like all of like the satanic cult like ties in with Dave Berkowitz and the Son of Sam, or the guy who was convicted for the Son of Sam killings. But it's really interesting. It's a really good documentary.
I actually got roped into watching one of those as well.
Did you like it?
It wasn't the Son of Sam one. I got roped into watching the what's it? John Wayne Gacy one on Peacock. So
was it good?
The special lady is a true crime junkie. Like, I feel like you and her would bond very well over all that shit because she watches all of them.
As long as that's the only thing they ever talk about.
Yeah, for real.
Jeff, you can talk about anything you want as long as it's true crime documentary related.
So it's like she listens to all the true crime podcasts and stuff. She's really into it. So when she found out that I have a Peacock subscription, she was like, can you sign in at my place and we can watch the Ted or the John Wayne Gacy one? It's like, all right, yeah, I can be on Jeff and Shuddy's level for an episode. But it's a real deep dive because it's 6 1-hour episodes. So they don't rush through anything. You get all the nitty-gritty details. And I had never seen any interviews with him before. So some guy like befriended him by writing him. And they became like pen pals and homies. And he convinced him to do an interview like 2 years before, they executed him. And just the way he talks about shit, it's so weird. He does not seem like a fucking killer. He just seems like kind of like a chill dude that you would want to have a beer with. The way he's so matter of fact about everything. And he was like maintaining his innocence. He's like, I didn't do that. They fucking found 33 corpses buried in his crawl space. He's like, oh, that wasn't me.
Well, and maybe it was the police.
I mean, the 2 episodes we watched were kind of like slow burn because they talk to his sister who is still alive. They get into like his family life. It's gnarly. And just the way that he just like killed and fucked a bunch of boys. So he was like, they're trying to make me out to be a homosexual. And you're like, aren't you? He's like, no, I am bisexual. Just how matter of fact he was about everything.
I could never, I saw a documentary about this young couple or this kid who killed himself and the parents were talking about it. And it was like allegedly that his girlfriend drove him to suicide. Or I just see some of these true crime documentaries. If I'm any way attached to someone like this, like if I was John Wayne Gacy's sister or brother, like no fucking way am I granting anyone an interview. No way. I'm not talking about that publicly.
Dude, I didn't know any of the details of his stuff, but he got pinched because he was so sure of himself and he was so just like, no one's ever going to get me. He was getting tailed by the cops and he invited them into his house. Like, hey, you guys want to come in for a beer or anybody need to use the bathroom? And while one of the cops was taking a piss, the heat kicked on and started pumping the smell from his crawl space into the bathroom. And the guy was like, it smelled like a fucking morgue. Like, the second that he kicked on, it was just rotting corpses.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah. So,
and they caught, did they arrest him on the spot, essentially?
I think so.
Man, what a dumb motherfucker.
Yep. Yeah, it was wild. I only made it through 2 of the 6 episodes, and I know I'm probably the only person on Earth who has Peacock. I think she started episode 3.
I think I have Peacock, so I might check that out. How many John Wayne Gacy dicks would she suck since she's more the
I'll have to ask her.
Yeah.
Ask her just like that.
And she's not familiar with the rating system, so that's really going to throw her into a tailspin.
Yeah.
Wait, first off, why am I blowing John Wayne Gacy? Second of all, how many dicks do you think he has?
I mean, at most 5. I mean, if you really like it, you could add a dick, but it's a hot take.
I don't know.
It's a lot to live up to.
She seemed a little lukewarm on it just because of the pace of it.
Okay.
And it seems like the later episodes just get into all of the victims. Talking to their surviving relatives and stuff.
I might give it a chance and not be bummed out by the slowness. I feel like Evil Genius, that Netflix documentary, maybe started out a little slow, but then just ended just fucking fabulously. Or that one with the there's been so many good Netflix documentaries. And the Son of Sam's one, it's not, I wouldn't go as far as to say it's in the conversation for best Netflix documentaries, but it was fucking sick. It really was. My favorite Son of Sam story actually is my college roommate's late father was essentially a recreational counselor or he was a gym teacher in a maximum security federal penitentiary in upstate New York, the same one that the Son of Sam is located in. So my buddy, his summer job was essentially to hang out with fucking with criminals who were 25 to life, and he would play basketball with the Son of Sam. and he like he nonchalantly like brought it up once when we're like having beers, and he was like, Son of Sam, you might not believe, but he's a chill guy. He's pretty nice. What the fuck? And so like anytime I see Son of Sam anything, like that's the first, and that'll always be my first thought. My buddy like got shots up with fucking Son of Sam. It was like, hey, he's chill with me. He's seemed like a nice guy. I don't
Never
know.
murdered me. I don't know.
I mean, you just said you would have a fucking beer with John Wayne Gacy. I don't know. Maybe Dave Berkowitz was cool to play
like
21 with.
Some of the people that they were talking to were like, yeah, he had a fucking temper, and like he could flip on a switch and get like real pissed off and get scary and violent like at the drop of a hat. But in this interview that they were showing clips from, it's just him just chill as shit, like not a care in the world, and you just seemed like your average guy. That was weird.
Yeah. Yeah, some of the clips they showed of Dave Berkowitz is like 20 year after getting caught interview with this journalist. He seemed like very chill as well, and maybe that was like that's kind of part of it. It's like once you're caught and once you're famous, maybe they just don't like their guard is down. They're not like I don't know, but yeah, that is interesting.
I also watched a new movie on Netflix. This animated flick called, hold on, I wrote it down because it's a lot of words.
Soul. Oh.
The Mitchells versus the Machines. So it's the same crew behind the Into the Spider-Verse. So the animation style is kind of similar, but it's less comic booky. And it's got Danny McBride as the dad and Maya Rudolph as the mom. And it's like the daughter is, I don't know, I think she's like 16 or 17 or something, and she wants to go to film school. And then the robot apocalypse happens because Eric Andre's tech company launches a new like helper bot, and the previous AI, the old Fran, gets very pissed off that she got cast aside. So she takes over the consciousness of all the robots and enslaves all the humans except for this one family of fuck-ups.
So is it like super violent? Is it...
No, it's like a PG
comedy?
Movie. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was awesome. It kicked ass. I know I'm kind of on my own here on MSPH with liking the whole like CG animated Pixar type movies. But this one was dope. It was really good. It was the animation style was interesting because like it almost threw like how do you describe it? I guess you could call them Instagram stickers. So when something would happen, there would be like in an Instagram story, people will just put those like animated stickers up on things.
Yeah,
that happened in the movie, which was interesting. I'd never seen that before, and it also worked in very, very sporadically, but would put actual clips from YouTube in it. Because I guess it's kind of just talking about the whole YouTube generation. And this girl uses her goofy-looking pug dog to make skits. So she just films these low-budget skits with her and her brother. And the music was by the Devo guy. Fucking... Hold on.
Or Ragnarok.
Mark Mothersbaugh, yeah. And it sounded like Ragnarok-y. Like it had that 80s, 70s like synthy style to it. It fucking kicked ass. It was really good. Really funny. The animation was cool. The voice acting was awesome. Danny McBride's character, that dad, awesome. So sick. And I feel like nice. I remember seeing commercials for this before the pandemic hit, and then it just disappeared. So I don't know if it was meant to have a theatrical release, but it's on Netflix now. And I don't know, I loved it. It's a solid 4.25 dicker.
Mitchell and the Machines is called.
Mitchell's
and the Machines.
Versus the Machines, yeah.
Mitchell's versus the Machines.
Ginger said that's supposed to be very good.
Yeah, I think he gave it a 5 dicker.
I'm gonna suck 4.5 Sons of Sam dicks. Excuse me.
Sons of Dicks Sam's.
Some Sons of Dick Sam.
Hey, what do you guys say? Shuddy, I'm guessing you didn't watch anything?
No, I don't. No, not that I can. I mean, the only thing I watched was for What the Fuck Did I Just Watch? We watched I Know Who Killed Me starring Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, Jesus. You guys are psychos. Why do you hate yourself so much?
I feel like I saw that movie. Was it
Spoiler alert, it sucks.
you didn't like it?
No.
Because the one that we did, the four of us, was Don't Tell Mom, the Babysitter's Dead. That movie kicked ass.
Yeah, that seems
I
like
legit enjoyed that movie.
a movie that's not really in the What the Fuck Did I Just Watch wheelhouse. Like Lindsay Lohan's stripper movie, that seems right up your guys' alley.
Oh, I didn't see this. Did she get naked at all?
She did not because she had a no nudity clause in her contract.
It's a bummer. Imagine what her OnlyFans would do. If Lindsay Lohan started OnlyFans, she would make so much fucking money. It would be stupid. Didn't that like Bad Barbie girl? Didn't she make $1 million like in the first like month?
I think it was the first week or something crazy like that.
Yo, Lindsay Lohan would go just nuts on OnlyFans. I'd subscribe.
Who do you think would make more money on OnlyFans? Lindsay Lohan or Paris Hilton?
Can we do this? Can we do this moving forward, or are we just going to ditch it because it could get us canceled? Because I love this. I love this conversation. We could do it from here on out. I'll fucking have this conversation. Who would have a better OnlyFans? Paris Hilton or you said Lindsay Lohan?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
I think
okay,
Paris
I think
would make
Lindsay
more money, right?
I think Lindsay Lohan is hotter, but like if Paris Hilton brings any of that sex tape vibe energy to her OnlyFans,
Okay, neither of them are blowing anybody. That's just like the occasional nude or something.
Paris Hilton's got to give us that. I know she has that in the tank, so if she doesn't come with that, then I'm going to be disappointed. I just think Lindsay Lohan in her prime is much, much hotter than Paris Hilton in her prime. And it seems like she's a little less stable, which is kind of crazy. So maybe that would benefit her OnlyFans portfolio. That's the best way I can answer that. Crazy chicks can fuck well. Let's be honest.
Okay. Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan, Britney Spears.
So I kill Paris Hilton, I fuck Lindsay Lohan, and I marry
No. Wrong
Britney
game.
Spears' OnlyFans. Oh, okay.
Because they were like a crew back in the day, right?
I don't think Britney Spears rolled with those bitches. I feel like Britney Spears was kind of like so famous. She only like hung out with like her very inner, like her family essentially. Like, did she really pal around with anyone?
I thought she did. I thought the three of them for like a minute were always photographed like passed out in the back of Escalades leaving clubs.
I thought that isn't that Nicole Richie, not Britney
No,
Spears?
there is a picture of Lindsay Lohan, Britney Spears, and Paris Hilton crammed into some sort of luxury sports vehicle.
That is sick. Britney Spears, when I was growing up, was a fucking icon. I mean, I didn't like her music, but like that was her moment, and she was fucking hot. Like I don't know, like she was definitely a crush for me when I was in middle school, high school.
If you find yourself in a tight situation, Geoff, where you literally only have $5 extra per month to spare, and all three of them launch an OnlyFans, who are you signing up for?
I'll go Lindsay Lohan because I just think I think she's more active. I think she's more active than Britney Spears, and I think her activity the gap in between her and Britney Spears is active.
Well, how about this? They're all releasing content at like the same consistency, same level.
So now you're just asking who's hotter, right?
Not necessarily.
No, actually. I mean, I was about to say Lindsay Lohan is the most unstable, but I mean, Britney Spears she shaved her fucking head at one point.
Yeah, she doesn't even control her fortune.
I'd go with Britney Spears. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'd go with Britney Spears.
And
Isn't that
Shuddy Boy
outrageous?
doesn't like naked ladies, so he's abstaining.
Sure.
That's fair.
We won't say that I was reading an article about this fucking Lindsay Lohan triangle that we were just discussing.
Devil's Triangle, am I right?
What do you guys say to a couple of...
Voicemails, yay!
I feel like those have been piling up.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
We didn't do reviews or voicemails last week, did we? We definitely didn't do reviews.
I don't know. I can't expect me to remember a week ago, Jeff.
I do have a request for you, Kevin. I guess I can lump Shuddy in here too. I can. I think you guys should watch this Mayor of Easttown show and just give it a shot. I mean, you both in relationships. I feel like it's I think it would be something based on what you said about your girl's taste with the documentary series and true crime stuff. She would really like it, but give it a shot. I want us to connect on the reviews as much as possible.
I make no promises, but I'll see.
Fair enough.
Mayor of Easttown. I thought you kept saying mayor.
I could be saying it wrong. Actually, no, they call her mayor.
Yeah, it is mayor, but I was thinking you kept saying mayor of Easttown.
It's a hard word for me, even though it's only 4 letters.
Yeah, it's that guy from HBO, Bill Mayer. All right, here's a voicemail. It's either a bong hit or a very swampy fart. Oh, that's a bong hit. Old school.
That's not a bong hit.
Yeah, I don't know what
That's
that
a
was.
poopy.
You think that was a poop?
That was a poopy.
Yeah.
That's
Definitely wasn't a
poopy.
bong hit.
Really? That sounded like a bong hit to me.
What was that last like? I don't know. That last noise was him pulling, or her?
I mean, that couldn't have been pooping Kathy. There's no way.
That was not pooping Kathy.
You know when it's pooping
Didn't sound,
Kathy.
didn't sound like
There's no
She
confusion
would
on
have
whether
told
it's
us
a bong
she
hit or
loved
a
us
poop.
at the end. This person is an imposter.
This is true. All right. Let's see what this guy wants.
Hey, Mad Scientist Party Hour. Mighty Boognish here. Just checking in on ya. What's up? Anything going on? What's new with you guys? Miss you guys. Seems like nothing's really been going on lately, so just want to check in, see if anything's exciting's going on in your world. Same old over here. Just what's happening? What's fresh? Talk to you later.
When was that message left?
April 19th. I'm wondering if this is after I gave him that Seth Rogen weed and he went to the moon.
Sounded like he was definitely under the influence of some sort of substance, most likely marijuana.
Well,
he's a pretty habitual marijuana smoker, so I think that's a safe assumption.
I mean, if you want to know what's up, Boognish, just listen to the last 40 minutes or so of this podcast. We'll get you up to speed.
Yeah, a lot of life stuff, actually.
Mad Scientist Party Hour. What's up? It's Arts. I'm really high. It's like 12:30 Monday night. I'm
This is
listening
from
to the
420.
episode. And Kevin talking about Highway 74. So that's the crazy mountain windy one. So my folks have a a house up in Idlewild, so it's basically 74 the whole way there. And I've gotten so comfortable on that it's like, you know, we smoke and drive that freeway like it's fucking nothing. Now, when the fog rolls in, that's a different story. You're talking zero visibility on that road, and that's a little scary. Now, when you ask about people dying on that road, unfortunately, like personally, I don't know, like that, the rule of three or whatever, there's a lot. Like, you know, people's cousins and stuff riding motorcycles, and yeah, people die on that road all the fucking time. And I have, you know, friends almost die on that road, but yeah, no, it's part of life. Smoke weed. I miss you, Shuddy. For just $9.99, maybe you can bring Shuddy back to the mad scientist. I don't know the rest of the song, but I love you guys. Bye.
Sounds like Art's got his alternator fixed or whatever. There's no.
He was not in the car at 12:30 at night.
There was no tea kettle going off in the background.
I have no fucking idea what he's talking about. I gotta be honest. He kind of lost me.
He was singing about Shuddy coming back to the show. It was.
Well, yeah, no, I got that part. It was the earlier stuff.
The stuff about Route 74.
Oh, because
Yeah.
I was talking about when I drove to Palm Springs and that windy fucking road through the mountains that I almost flew off the guardrail
Oh,
on.
right, okay, thanks. Thanks for bringing me up to speed.
Hey, you got it, Geoff.
Hello,
Thanks,
gentlemen.
guys.
I just wanted to call and let you guys know that, like, I've sat there and listened to you guys only for the past, like, probably 6 months maybe. And I love it. Absolutely love your guys' show. Love the content. Love absolutely everything. I've upgraded my Patreon to the highest level I can get just because
Fuck yeah.
I love everything so much. You guys are kicking ass. You're awesome. My wife has just recently even found the Ella show, and she's loving your show. So
Nice.
This is great. Just wanted to call and tell you guys are all kicking ass. Later.
I needed that.
Yeah, for
Thanks,
real.
friend.
Can you send me that voicemail? I'm gonna just play that in my ear.
Every morning. Daily
And we're also-
affirmation.
That brings me to my next point. Actually, we're launching a new Patreon tier. It's a special $1,000 tier. So can't wait to see you in
now
there.
now you can go even higher than you ever thought possible.
Yeah, you get all three of our OnlyFans together. It's just nothing but our nudes.
But that was an awesome voicemail. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, at the end of the month, we're going to recreate that Britney Spears, Lindsay Lohan, Paris Hilton back of the SUV picture.
Completely in the buff.
Only for $1,000 tier subscribers.
And I appreciate you getting your wife into the Puminati as well. Every listener counts.
Yeah,
Thank
maybe
you, friend.
pitch her on Supermarket Queefs. She might like that one.
Yeah, I think we're friendly for every gender.
Yeah, even Alley Muffins. Even
Yeah,
little mamas.
Yeah, exactly. We lost Shuddy. That's bad news for some acai bowl specialists. I'll tell you that.
He'll be back. He always comes back. But in the meantime...
Come back.
Mad scientist.
Oh, it's
Party.
Arts again.
What the fuck is up? Real True Stoner here with a terrible joke. How does a non-binary samurai kill people? They slash them.
Nice.
Get it?
That is terrible.
The pronouns. They slash them. Nailed it. Fuck yeah.
Fucking Hearts. You fucking goofball.
I don't disagree. I think he nailed it.
Oh, good. Shuddy's back just in time. Because it looks like
Thank
from the
God.
transcription, this person has something to say to Shuddy.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Yo, Shuddy, you're fucking wrong. The car from Death Proof that the girls were talking about was the one from Vanishing Point, you fucking idiot. Fuck you. Suck a dick, and love you guys.
That was very aggressive, but
Sorry,
man,
I confused it with a from another movie I've never seen. So my apologies. At least they're both Steve McQueen movies, right? Bullet and Vanishing Point. Is Steve McQueen in Bullet?
He's in Bullet. I don't know about Vanishing Point. I'm not too boned up on like my 70s car chase movies or 60s. Who knows when that era was. Oh boy. All right, guys. I recognize this number.
Is it from a law firm?
We're in trouble. Yeah. All right.
Is their butthole's about to get reamed?
Prepare
No,
yourselves.
Steve McQueen is not in Vanishing Point. My mistake.
All right. Get in the right mind space because we're about to get thrashed.
So I've been thinking about you three, and I'm starting to wonder if maybe you're not as charmless and talentless as I've been led to believe that you are based on what I heard. And I'm in the business of investing in people. It's how I've made my wealth, and I figured out how I'm going to use each of you to create my masterpiece. So I need you to listen to this one because it's a big idea. Beard guy, you're going to run operations, maintain the facility, manage the crowds. When we go public with this, it's going to be a frenzy, an honest-to-God fervor in the streets. And I need you to control the surge with your calm, imposing demeanor. Now, you and I both know that what you play off as quiet confidence is really just shame, a deep-seated, all-encompassing shame that permeates down to your furry bones. Shame over something, I don't know. Maybe it's the pornography you're drawn to or the prostitutes you've killed, but it doesn't matter. I don't care. You are vital to this controversial plan. And controversy requires a sophisticated PR master, and that's where my handsome goober comes in, the one whose voice sounds like a Muppet who's been introduced to teach kids about fetal alcohol syndrome. There's going to be a lot of heat leading up to opening night, and it's going to test the limits of the law, of morality, of human rights in America. And your Forrest Gump-like simplicity will satisfy the media long enough to allow us to get to the big unveiling. And that's where the main attraction comes in. My little prepubescent lady of the podcast, close your eyes and imagine the night it all turns around for you. Lines stretch for miles, helicopters circle, billions watch online. The front doors pulse with ticketed guests waiting for their turn. Beard guy opens the door. Paying guests pour into a dark auditorium. Empty, save for a single spotlight pointing down onto you, the main event. Face down on a padded table, nude, arrayed for easy access. An IV bag providing you a never-ending drip of nutrients, fluids, and penicillin. Then it begins. Man after man, plowing into your hairless, saggy body. Hundreds of erect men just mercilessly destroying your tender pink insides for endless days. Your job won't be easy. You'll have doubts. But in those moments, when you've worked 72 hours straight and beard guy is hosing you down, removing the hot froth of semen and sweat off your gangly physique, in those doubt-filled moments, I want you to remember one thing. You will have made more people happy with your caved-in rectum than you will have ever made happy with your podcast.
Holy shit.
Wow. Whew.
He really upped the intensity there with the...
Man, I need a nap after that one.
That was a vicious punchline. I really enjoyed that one. That was good. And I will be happy to positively spin that if I'm the PR guy. I don't think I was the guy getting ass raped. That was definitely I think that was Kevin.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't have a beard, so yeah, that would make me the PR guy. I could spin this forward.
I can't.
Kevin's out on that one.
Hey, you guys want to see Tilda Swinton get gangbanged? $5. Right this way. Step right up.
Yeah, fuck. I wouldn't charge as much as $5. I'll tell you that. Be like a fucking 60s boxing match. Be like $250. You can get fucking ringside.
I mean, that just means you guys would have to watch it too.
I have to hose you down every now and then.
Yep.
Listen, don't make that don't even try to make that sound as bad as getting ass fucked for 72 hours
it's not
straight.
nearly as bad, but it's no walk in the park.
It's not, but I'll sit there and I'll fucking eat fast food while you're doing that, just so I don't have to. Like that's just how grateful I'll be of my position in this company. I don't know how well this company's gonna do. It's a flimsy idea, but
I mean, this guy said this is how
he's market.
Yeah, he said this is how he's made his fortune. So I think we should trust him.
Right. I mean, he sounds trustworthy.
Look, I want to buy a house. I want to get a dog. I might have to ravage
get your rectum caved in.
Yeah, ravage my rectum.
Well,
that's all right.
Apparently,
colostomy bag.
Apparently, there's a lot better chance you'll be able to afford said house and dog with this show and not this podcast.
Yeah.
So, fuck, man, that was good. How long did the voicemail go?
2 minutes and 55 seconds.
Oh my god!
This motherfucker
Is he
dances
fucking
with danger.
practicing in a mirror?
He must.
Man, what
It's
an
impressive.
icon.
Very impressive.
Remember, didn't we have accusations that some of the crazier voicemails that we've gotten over the years were actually like scripted on our part?
The one that stands out to me is when we had the guys from Skeleton Witch come by. They thought Chewie Lee was a scripted, made-up character.
Fair enough.
Like,
that's a fair one.
Chewie Lee is a real motherfucker.
Yeah, as real as it gets.
Yep.
Good old salt of the earth motherfucker.
So this past weekend, we had another MSPH wrestling event. It was MSPH Wrestling VIII Origins, and boy, was that a treat. Oh no!
Best event yet.
It was a lot of fun.
Very, very enjoyable. Great matches, and we'll give you a quick recap of what went down for the people that missed it. So the first match was a fatal 5-way first blood elimination for the Canadian Championship, and it was me as Pubic Zirconia versus Woody from Toy Story versus Chief Brody versus Lowman Chris versus Bonesy, and no surprise to anybody, I got eliminated first, and Lowman Chris ended up taking the whole thing. He's now the first ever 2-time MSPH Canadian champion. Shout out to you. That brings us to the TLC Tag Team Triple Threat match for the Tag Team Championship, which was Battle Armor He-Man and Skeletor versus the Roid Warriors, which was Voice of God Mike and Ginger and Juice, versus Sticks and Stoned, which was Arts and the Mighty Boognish. Shout out to the new champs, the Roid Warriors. Great performance there.
I think that is the greatest Dom character or group of characters he's made for the Puminati. They were so cool. Like, that is such a fitting tag team. That's such a fitting like theme for their tag team. It was awesome. The Roid Warriors.
And then we went to the 8-man Origins Battle Royale, which was pretty much what started all this stuff in like the late 90s, early 2000s. So it was Dom and Mark Rooster and Ron, the 3 OG real humans, versus Clowny Hair. Well, it was a Battle Royale, but Clowny Hair was in there, Papa Ghoulie, the Marshmallow Man, and Carl Winslow. And the Marshmallow Man ended up taking it all. Stunning upset. I thought either Clowny Hair or Papa Ghoulie was going to take it. Then we were at the Fatal 4-Way 2 out of 3 Falls table match. And Happy Smokes. Happy Smokes won that one. Shout out to you. He's the MSPH Hardcore TV champion. couple.
No, he's the number one contender for the hardcore
Oh, okay.
TV championship.
And then
As much as I hope that he ends up taking that belt from Jeffy Cakes.
Well,
Geoff
this
is the
was
current belt.
This was a big match. It actually had Geoff shaking in his boots. If you thought Geoff was sweating on his drive to work, you should have seen him on Zoom waiting for the match between him and the Great Houdini. It was a real close back and forth. It got to the point where the computers were like just doing one move and then going for a 10 count. And it got very close, but Geoff ended up retaining his title as champ. How many belts do you have now? Is that like 2 belts?
So what happened, what they did, what the deal was Houdini had the TV championship and Geoff had the hardcore championship, and now they've been combined into one belt, the hardcore TV championship.
Okay.
Right. And Shuddy doesn't give respect to either one of those belts. So.
Well, at one point, the TV championship had my respect.
Me unifying should get more respect out of you. Oh man, I have way too much of my personal confidence tied up into my MSPH Wrestling
You really
belt.
do.
And it's insane because you keep fucking winning. Dom just creates custom characters in the WWE 2K19, evens out the stats, and then sets these matches, and we just watch the computers battle. And Geoff just fucking wins all the time. And I get my ass stomped in 5 seconds like every time. It's fucking crazy.
It's awesome.
It's always
awesome.
how it plays out.
Yeah, it's crazy that it's random because it kind of fits like our shticks here. And it's just a trip. Not
Yeah,
to
the
say
computer
that
just knows to cuck me.
that's more what's funny. Not my winning streak is just dumb luck, obviously, but that the computer knows to specifically make you look like a bitch is hilarious.
And then that took us to the new MSPH World Heavyweight Championship, which was Shuddy Boy going up against the Snow Bastard, who was Spat's new identity after he got retired by Woody.
Right.
And Shuddy got taken out fairly quickly in this one. The Snow Bastard won and took the championship. So that took us to the Royal Rumble, which was epic. So it's a 30 Puminati Royal Rumble. It's a luck of the draw on who goes into the ring first. I think it's like 5 or 6 people at max in the ring at any time. And if you draw the short end of the stick and you get put in early, your chances of your stamina taking you to the championship for winning the Royal Rumble are very slim. And Butt Package made his debut, was the number 11 entry, just fucking crushed everybody. He was picking people up and just throwing them out of the ring, taking a whooping, not slowing them down. Everybody in the Zoom and the chat was flipping out. We even got a new character that Dom created just for this, Shrap Metal, who was just a big
Dom.
shiny robot.
He was one of the last to come in, and Dom forgot to bring down his attributes, so he was higher rated than everybody.
Yeah, everybody was a 95, but Shrap Metal was a 100. And he was cleaning house. For a second, it looked like Shrap Metal might take it, but Butt Package, just the performance of a lifetime, crushed it and won the Royal Rumble. He is the new Mr. Money in the Bank. He had the option to cash in right there, but he wanted to hold out and wait to, who knows, potentially the next MSPH wrestling event.
The fucked up part about the Royal Rumble is that the day this was originally scheduled for, April 24th, was Butt Package's birthday.
Oh.
And he was supposed to be the number 30 entrant for his birthday.
Oh.
And Dom forgot that until yesterday. I believe he texted me. He was like, Butt Package was supposed to be number 30 for his birthday. No, Luckily, he won.
Who knows? Putting him in at 30 could have like fucked up the computer's algorithm.
Yeah.
And could have been chucked out as quick as I was.
He had something to prove. He was pissed that he didn't get 30 like he was promised by the promotion's management. He wasn't taking whatever fucking result they told him was going to be. He was winning that no matter what.
I missed one. Hold on, real quick.
The women's championship.
Yes. Kevin, come on.
Shut up, Jeff. The one-on-one match for the MSPH Women's Championship was between Curvy Beer Girl and Jen T, who, Jen T, for those who know, is a powerhouse. She lays people to rest in Ellis Manias, and it seems that power transfers over to her wrestling character. But somehow, Curvy Beer Girl, in a real David and Goliath scenario, ended up winning and is the first ever two-time MSPH Women's Champion. So, shout out to you, Curvy Beer Girl. That took us to the end of the night, but Boognish couldn't let that be the last match and challenged. He turned on his tag team partner and challenged Arts to a match. It was like outdoors by a farm or something. I had never seen a background like that. But
what was the match called, Shuddy?
It was
the backstage brawl at the Wyatt compound. And
Boognish took exception to Arts being more interested in taunting opponents in the ring than retaining their championship belts, and he turned on Arts and laid a fucking whooping on him.
Yeah. Boognish whipped his ass. But it was funny in all those matches, Arts constantly taking a break to just start twerking out of nowhere. And real quick, here are the injuries. Jeff Clark suffered a broken jaw and scraped knees from butt package in the Royal Rumble, so he'll be out of action 2 to 4 weeks. Jen T got a concussion. She'll be out for 4 to 6 weeks. Woody from Toy Story suffered a cracked kneecap after getting hit with a chop block from Low Man Chris. He'll be out for 2 to 3 weeks. Voice of God Mike suffered a lacerated earlobe and spit out some broken teeth from Skeletor. He's out for 2 to 4 weeks. And Butt Package is somehow injured. He got a bruised elbow during the Royal Rumble,
Breaking
attempting
my jaw.
an elbow drop on Shrapmetal. But he's not going to miss any time, so he's chilling. So there you go. There's your MSPH Wrestling recap. Shout out to everybody who hung out with us. It was a very fun night. And if you haven't seen any of these and you want to catch one that you missed, there is a YouTube channel. Just search MSPH Wrestling. And just about all of the previous MSPH Wrestling events are up there in their entirety. So check those out. Shout out to Dom for putting this together. Puts a lot of work into that stuff. People were thrilled. People were really pumped on that last one. So thank you, Dom, for making that for us.
Yes, thanks, Dom.
Thanks, Dom.
Yep. Very, very enjoyable time. Well, I think that's it, friends. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for hanging out with us. If you need more MSPH in your life, please check out. You've heard the reviews. Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. The $5 tier gets the bonus podcast that we do every week after this one. And the $10 tier has all of the individual stuff that you heard us talking about at the beginning of the show. There are going to be some new things tested out on that tier in the coming weeks or so. So keep your eyes and ears peeled. And if you haven't done so, please help your homies out. Give us a 5-star review and subscribe on iTunes and our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. You can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
At Geoff Records.
And at MSPH Podcast. Don't forget to check out Fade the Media, Jeff's other podcast. Shuddy Boy, you got anything?
No, sir.
If you want to be a part of voicemails, yay, call 201-472-0139, or you can just shoot your emails to madscientistpartyhour@gmail.com. And that's about it, friends. But until next time, oh, something!